Hi, Bill Russell from CrossFit Cleveland and Rocky River here with your workout details for Tuesday, April 14th. Today marks our 13th anniversary as a CrossFit affiliate. Back in April of 2007, we were granted our CrossFit affiliate license and started workouts in the metro parks shortly thereafter. So today we're going to have a 13th anniversary workout, but first let's talk about the warm-up. For 10 minutes, you're going to do rounds of 10 shoulder rollouts, 10 good mornings, 10 supermans, and then 5 lunges. Right and left equals 1. And then 5 squat and a quarters. So that's a squat coming down to parallel, coming up 4 or 5 inches, and then going all the way deeper into the bottom of a squat, and then coming back, and that's 1 rep. So you'll hit the bottom twice for each rep. And then 50 single unders or ropeless pogos. So after 10 minutes of that warm-up, we're going to have an isometric strength segment. We're going to do that in the virtual online class. So if you're interested in that, log on and join us. And then the workout. 13 years CF. It's an AMRAP in 13 minutes of 13 goblet squat and a quarters, 13 dumbbell push presses, and 26 plank jacks. As many rounds and extra reps as you can get in 13 minutes. So for the dumbbells, for your goblet squat, you'll use 1 dumbbell or kettlebell. Recommended weight is 25 to 35 pounds for men, 15 to 25 for ladies. If you have a single weight, try to get that combined total. If you have a sandbag, a rucksack, a barbell. We have movement demonstrations to follow in the same order that I listed them here. So set a clock for 13 minutes and 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm going to demonstrate a shoulder rollout. I'm using a jumbong, Bill's jumbong, but you could use a PVC or a broomstick, just nice and wide, and just opening up the shoulders back and forth, seeing if you can get all the way back over, just nice and wide, getting that blood flowing into your shoulders.
Slowly, as you got good shoulders, slowly narrow your grip. Make sure you keep your elbows locked.
For those of you with bad shoulders, it might be a struggle, but if you have good shoulders, you want to just kind of start bringing that in a little bit closer at a time, making sure that your elbows are locked out and not falling in. Body weight good mornings. You're going to take these. Your feet are just hip distance apart, and you're going to take your hips and you're going to move them back, keeping your head neutral and just slowly feeling that through your hamstrings. If you have at home a broomstick, or you want, I hope you have a broomstick. If you want a broomstick, you can put the broom on the back of and just do it that way. But it's not really necessary. Supermans, so you're going to turn it over and you're going to go onto your stomach right here. You're going to lift, hold for a second or two, and down. Up and down. I'm going to demonstrate a stepping lunge for you. On these, you want to make sure that your knee is not going in front of your toe. You're going to go get the other knee all the way to the ground. All the way down, push up through the heel, and all the way back up. You can do these in place, or you can, if you're outside or you have a long room, you can do these as walking lunges. You just want to make sure that you're coming all the way back up and opening your hips at the top of each movement. Hi, welcome back to my family room. I am going to demonstrate a squat and a quarter for you, but first I'm going to show you just a regular squat so you can understand the difference. So the regular squat, I'm going to squat below parallel and come all the way back up. A squat and a quarter, I'm going to squat to parallel, I'm going to come up 4 to 6 inches or about a quarter of the way, and then I'm going to squat all the way down and all the way back up. I'm going to do a couple of those so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Here, up, all the way down, and up. That's 1. That's 2. If you have a really good squat, you want to make sure that you're taking that little bit of a pause. And then at that parallel, and when you go back down, you always want to go deeper than you were the first time. Remembering weight is in our heels, chest is up, You notice I keep my hands up. That helps keep my chest up as a reminder. Here is an example of a bumper plate squat and a quarter. That's one. If you don't have a bumper plate, you can use a pillow or a book or an ab mat, just anything at all that you can keep straight out, and that's going to help with keep your chest up. It doesn't have to be heavy, just something to hold straight out in front of you. And just in case we haven't had enough options there for you, we're going to do a goblet squat and a quarter. I'm going to use a dumbbell today. You could use a kettlebell, but I'm going to keep the weight nice and close to me. My elbows are in. So this is the same exact thing here. That's one. Notice my pauses. If you're doing this outside or you have a jump rope, you can actually do your single unders, but if not, if you're inside like I am, you're just gonna pretend you're jumping rope. I use my hands just because I do. So each jump counts. So those are your ropeless singles. I'm gonna demonstrate dumbbell push presses for you. So very similar to the press, your weights are on your shoulders. I'm just gonna take a little dip of into my knees, and I'm just gonna push up. I'm pushing my heels into the ground, and I'm opening my hips at the top, and my arms are fully extended. Dip and a drive. Again, making sure that that weight is going straight up and not out in front of you. An example with our household items, again, using your legs, dip and drive. This is a perfect thing if you had a heavy bag of dog food. You could be doing that same thing. It's a dip and drive. Thinking about if you're putting something heavy on a shelf, this is the movement that you would use to safely do that.
I'm going to demonstrate plank jacks for you. There are 3 positions that you can do with the plank jack. The most common in our gym is on your forearms, like you were going to hold a plank hold. With your feet together, like a jumping jack in the plank position. Out, in, out, in. So out, 1, 2, 3. Remember, these are plank jacks, not pike jacks. So not sticking your butt up in the air, but trying to find that hollow. And they're meant to be done fairly quickly. You can also do the plank jack at the top of a push-up. When you do that, make sure you're corkscrewing your hands into the ground. Get a good position with your shoulders. Don't let them ride forward, but up, straight, plank, out, in, out, in, out, in. And the hardest, and it's a good challenge, try to do it at the bottom of a push-up. Hold yourself right off the floor. Those are 3 variations of plank jacks.